Hardy har. Oh man, don't you? Isn't it a kick in the balls? Don't you just want to throw all your electronics? Well, don't just what you just well you just want to. Well, in me, I just say I speak for myself in this case. Want to throw my full body outside the window? It's wait. Yeah, it just kicks yourself when you try to do something and you put all the effort into it in the best way possible, but it just clicks to your it just clicks in your brain that yeah this yeah motherfucker this you just you made a mistake and you're gonna have to do this all over again. Technical mistake. So, but yeah, let's and which I will say first, yeah, that man, man, am I so glad to have my favorite game today back. For those who I kind of made also a mirror of a post to it also. It's called Paragon the Overprime, or original name Paragon, and won't go well into the history behind that. Just I will say fuck you Epic Games, but they can suck my nuts. But also, yeah, man, is it good to have that back. And for those, my weekend pretty much kind of already started though, but I wanna, cause I really wanted to get it, but I want to talk about this situation. Apparently, Charlotte Flair. Well, now it's making headlines. Charlotte Flair signs a historic. She's now one of the biggest or if not the women that is paid a lot of money, like a contract. WWE just gave her a contract, and it's reportedly apparently, whatever you want to say that. And of course, rumors check her behind that, and I'm pretty sure you don't have to really call that what it is. We know that Sasha wants what she's owed, and athlete, kind of, I can already guess behind that. Sasha, that's also another that's tied to this. Mercedes, what she's called now, is asking for a price that's higher than the contract that Charlotte just got signed to or renewed with WWE. Mercedes is a huge witch bitch for that. Let's all throw our pitchforks at Mercedes because she only wants what she only wants is what she's worth for it. And like I said, I want to get a little bit more into that. We will touch on that down to the road too. But let's relegate to of course, like we all know, Charlotte is injured. She's going to be out for 9 months officially, but she's going to be out for like practically close to a year. I think the same situation that Bayley was in before she had returned. But I'm pretty sure that contract is really large, if it wasn't already before. It's probably a lot of millions. I'm guessing around probably like, if not 3 million. Yeah, it's got to be 3 million. But and as I mentioned before, everybody's gonna talk shit. Everybody's gonna everybody's gonna act like they have a big pair of nuts when really it's just a leaf tied to their ball sack, and even those they can't reclaim those and just talk mad shit about Mercedes. But I said I very glad that this had very much came up because I'm not gonna miss the chance to really get into this. I said being that when it comes to Mercedes when they, but I will say, in which I will say, let's say regardless of however I feel, regardless if she's my favorite wrestler, one of my favorite wrestlers, one of the wrestlers that I put a lot behind today. I mean, people outside of it, the community, like wrestling fans outside, like people have to face the fucking music. Yeah, absolute newsflash. No wrestler is nobody has earned, nobody deserves the fucking contract that they have. Nobody, not anybody in that fucking right now in that industry that should that should be having the contract that they have right now. And like I said, regardless, which I was too, like regardless of like because I do like Seth Rollins. He is practically and that has also been for like the longest time too. But yeah, I really, yeah, I'm being logical right here. Like you have, like I said, much as I like, it pains me to say, but yeah, like you have mofos, you have big headed mofos like Seth Rollins walking around. They're walking around with like, it is absolutely astonishing that you have as such, you have that with Seth Rollins, that they have the contracts that they have. You have a fucking a witch, actual like a nitwit like Becky Lynch. Regard, you know, she like getting the amount of money, purportedly paid $5 million. The amount of money that she's being paid for is walking around with that, and she doesn't fucking deserve it. She like, wrestlers, they don't contribute, they don't help wrestling today in any way possible. Nobody knows who the fuck they are, and if they continue to hurt the business more and more. So why the fuck should they have this type of money? And like I said, as much as it pains me to say, but I said I really do. I get however probably amount as she's worth. Still though, probably have it's still as much as it is there. But yeah, really, you don't you're kind of, yeah, like you kind of don't need, or you kind of don't deserve the contract or the price, the ultimatum that you're asking for, Mercedes. And it's like like somebody, like when you think about it, like is to bring up for a moment. You had Triple H. You had bastardly as he was. Like you had Triple H. You had somebody like him into 1998 being a rookie. You had somebody like a Triple H crawling, scratching to get, even today, to make the name for himself that he is today. Somebody like an Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. I said Bret Hart, even Hulk Hogan, literally building the industry off his back. They had to work for that shit, and more so, they had to, when it comes to merch sales and house rates, and whichever draws into, like, of course, that the company is making. Like, these guys, they didn't have the contract. We got these guys that I'm naming right now. They did, of course, as we think before. Like, I go back to what I think of when Mick Foley said, they had to fight, or he had to desperately. They were in the fucking trenches. They had to work for what they got. It's who they are today. They didn't have guaranteed fucking. They weren't walking around with guaranteed contracts. They had to fight for that shit. As be as that WWE, let's say, especially at the time, you didn't have like basically fucking. They didn't have legit 410Ks. They weren't. You weren't guaranteed first day the contracts that they have today. Even rookies. They didn't get that shit back then. They had to work for that. A lot of that shit wasn't guaranteed. They weren't seeing that money as is. Like when it actually came down to it. So don't try to fucking sit here and tell me, especially somebody like a Charlotte Flair, that this is what she's offered. Do you know what Charlotte has done? She hasn't done a goddamn thing for the wrestling business. And like I said, yet again, as much as it pains me to say, being that they still kind of offer it in some sort of way, if you want to, like, which is really the wrestling, or as far as that, Sasha, like, really, like, what have you, like, I will say in like a really big way, a really lucrative way, like, what negates y'all to really have these contracts? Because I don't see any other way. And like I said, like, yeah, because I will say that I like, regardless, as if you think, like, however how you may feel about Charlotte or whoever, like, I don't know, I even in this situation, like I said, I kind of, like, when it comes, like, I understand both sides. Like I said, I understand, like, this side right here, and I understand the other side. So like I said, I'm gonna make a very logical big decision, and yeah, like probably in which, cause I say, like, of course, of course you had the whole thing when it came to Austin walking out, but I say, yeah, to even bring up another thing, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, some people, like, when it comes to, like, well, of course, like, even something like in Austin, and I'm pretty, like, Austin, like, being that, and that situation too is much more regard, but still, being that, and especially, like, the talents that he had to come up with, pretty much walked out on him. Or, honestly, like, he did a very divish asshole way of thinking, and walked out on WWE. But nobody really brings up, like, I say that, but yeah, nobody really brings up that shit. And being that it wasn't however long it was ago, nobody talks about. I mean, of course, they talk about in the matter that, I mean, Sean is now, but yeah, nobody makes I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Aside from some really pissed off, still salty Bret Hart fans, I don't think even probably like back then. So I don't think people were making that much of a big of a deal. I don't think people really get, like, going into how Sean was a complete asshole, how he was just an unbearable dickhead. So just how and how, like I said, like, nobody is innocent in this industry. Nobody, and particularly also when talking about WWE, nobody has an angel over their head. Everybody in this business had a fucking ego. Everybody. And it's like I said, like, it's not about sides. But like I said, it's always the ones that, of course, people have, like, it's always that type of bias. And it is and bringing up this situation right here, with, like, or yeah, going back to Mercedes. And it's like, I say, yeah, I want to have a much more logical base about this, and I do want to, yeah, like, you're probably gonna, of course, yeah, you're gonna have to face, when it comes to some repercussions, you're gonna, like, there's hoops that we have to go through also, because of course I can't make it, yeah, because you can't do that. What would it make also, like I said, I get it, like I said even years before, I do get it, coming from Sasha's point of view, because yeah, they fucked her over. WWE fucked her over royally. But at the same time, I have to go at it and think about it, not only because just even scratching the business type of way about it, but I want to go with the company first. I want to go with my people there. I want to go, everybody involved. I have to be fair. And I have to go in the logical booking of myself and really sit down, and yeah, I'm like, it's not like and act, and really, let's sit there to really, like, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, especially the people there that's been busting their ass for the amount of years or after, and probably the amount of time after, or continue that Mercedes is not there. Yeah, I'm not, and I'm not gonna like just completely go out of my way to and put Mercedes into like basically a CM Punk situation to where it was in AEW. Like I said, like however how I may feel, and definitely feel Mercedes, but yeah, we definitely don't want or definitely don't want it to get there. Definitely don't want just another situation. Well, what happened is with CM Punk in AEW. So yeah, for sure, I'm not gonna walk all over. I'm not gonna, as far as like really spitting in the face and tell you. I mean, yeah, I just feel as if, I just want to feel. I just want to give it to her, just like straight up, just give it to her, and really, and not to say because we know damn well that they're like the women's division, even with like nobody get. I mean, yeah, but of course Bailey. Aside from Bailey being not only a company, well, yeah, not only being a community favorite, but one of the primary prime stars there. But yeah, like aside, they're not company favorites, but yeah, like there's barely. I mean, you do have women like Rhea Ripley, of course, but really, really up and coming big stars right now. You have wrestler like Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and it's one thing to really in the work, but yeah, like I want to. Let's say I want to look at this at a way, and I don't want to. And either way, I don't want to go with either side and almost give into a gotcha or just like it's not about taking sides. It's about what it's about as fair, being fair, doing justice, and as far as going into that and being that's that. But like I said, I totally when it comes to this situation, and like I said up until this point, yeah, like I said I do, but yeah, I don't want to make it as if a situation that it gets to a point where it doesn't want to be. But I say, well, yeah, you're gonna have people that is gonna look at that. Of course, me. If not only they're gonna call me, of course they're gonna call me whatever. As in regards to you're getting on your knees for Sasha. You can say that for the actual sad motherfuckers that get on their knees for Sasha. I just look at Sasha. As I said, not only one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but yeah, I just look at a talent, somebody. It is, like I said, it's not necessarily about, of course, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I look at somebody that that's definitely has been they were wronged by a company that should have treated her better. But like I said, like even of course, definitely in one of those situations, everybody likes to have a double-sided mindset especially when it comes to this situation, such as Mercedes Moné herself. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And stay blessed, y'all. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. I'm gonna relax. Oh man, shit. It's better. The sound better be in this, but the sound better be working in this bitch. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to check out and stay blessed with y'all, Cosmos. And yeah, this definitely won't. Of course, definitely won't be an occurrence. I just really had to talk about this, of course, too, is one of that situation definitely where I want to get my jaws jacking. But yeah, enjoy yourselves, at least for the remainder of the week and the upcoming weekend. Yeah, I will check y'all, until that next time.